One. What's going on, everybody? It's Matt, aka the Lumberjack Landlord. Super excited to have Mike Zuber from One Rental at a Time here. Michael, how's it going, my friend?
It's going good. This is an important topic. I think a lot of people hear stuff we talk about and their filter, their dictionary, thesaurus, whatever, they translate it wrong. So I'm glad we're going to do this topic.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk to you about was, we were seeing the rate effect, right?
Mhm.
We were seeing it. We were seeing that 10-year climb. We both had talked about 4% rates, in June timeframe. We hit that for investors in January timeframe.
Yeah.
And hit it well into the fours in February. And then sadly, war breaks out.
Yep.
And now we see that the market's shifting and correcting.
Mhm.
There's investors now buying the 10-year again.
Yeah. I mean, look at it today. It's down a crazy number today.
Yeah. What's it? 1.6 or something? 1.67?
I'll pull it up in a sec.
Yeah. So we're looking at the 10-year, and we know that mortgage rates are tied to the 10-year. So we were kind of in the place where we're like, patting ourselves on the back, really excited because we had, redone our portfolios and gotten great 30-year fixed rate debt, which still we're all very excited about. However, the rate since the war broke out in Ukraine has gone from over 2 to now what, 1.6 and change, 1.7.
Yeah, this morning it's 1.727 as of this recording. I have it up on my phone.
So 1.727. Yep. So
yeah,
30 basis points.
Yeah. So it's almost 40.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things we need to realize. So for the last several years, the 30-year debt market, right, owner-occupied debt, and the 10-year have been fairly well correlated. Because again, what you'll see, because I talk to Matt, the mortgage guy, every Wednesday for this reason, is they could go through days where they basically the 30-year money changes every day.
Yes.
And here's the deal. On Monday and Tuesday of this week, rates went down. War broke out. The 30-year mortgage rate dipped. The 10-year went down 35 basis points. The 30-year mortgage went down about an eighth, or which would be a 12.12 or whatever you want to call it.
Yep, 12 basis.
So the correlation broke. The connection broke. Here's why. Banks, and I tell you guys this in my book, banks can get nervous.
That's right.
Here's a hint. Banks don't like war. Just
it's true.
in case you wanted to know, banks don't like war. So what they're doing is they're padding their numbers. And then, oh, by the way, yesterday, which would have been Thursday as of recording this on Friday, rates shot up. So the money you got, the savings you got on Tuesday were gone by Thursday.
Right.
And now they're down today because again, you bomb a nuclear power plant, and I guess people don't like that. Shocking.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting time. So what I want people to take away from all of this is, you got to look at rates. You got to do your work. I know a housing slowdown is coming. I know days on market are going to go up. I know all the things are happening. But when people hear me talk about this, some people translate it as, I will get started in the summer. I will take a break to the summer.
Sure.
Don't you freaking dare.
Right.
Do the work every single day. We talked during the Three Amigos, I think yesterday, about one of our students who's been doing the work. And again, he found a house that was overpriced. I think it listed it like 98 grand or whatever it was. Lo and behold, 5 months later, because he does the work every day, he buys it for $78,000. He got a 20% discount.
Huge.
Because you do the work. He did that in a crazy market.
That's right.
No, if you hear anything I say and you think it gives you permission to do nothing, you need to listen again. This is a crazy market. I get it, but it doesn't give you permission. You never stop. If you take a week or certainly a 2-week gap in your research, you have to start over at zero.
Yep.
Don't do it. I've been doing this for 21 years. I look every day.
Yep.
I haven't written an offer in 10 days. It's because the market's wacky, but that doesn't give me permission not to look, because you just never know when something will pop up.
Well, that's exactly right. And you never know, right? That desperate buyer.
Yeah.
What a
seller.
The seller, the desperate seller. And so we're looking at the market and we're saying, sometimes war is enough to get somebody to go, you know what? I don't see this going very well. I see it being protracted. I see this, being a problem. So I'm just going to sell it now. I know we were talking about selling it in May when the market's super hot, but hey, it's the first week of March. Let's just get this thing. Let's go. Let's do.
You just never know. I mean, again, what you will likely see going forward is, again, you haven't seen the following in probably 7 or 8 years. My guess is there'll be several people that see this in the next 8 months. Owner must sell. It'll be in capital letters.
Yep.
Right. I can't tell you how many properties I bought in the last couple of decades. That the big letter said any offer will respond to any offer or something to that effect. That's not common today because, again, you may have gotten started when 30 offers and half of them are cash.
Right.
The market changes all the time. I am never giving you permission. Shoot, I'm asking for 20 damn minutes a day.
Right.
Never give you permission.
Yeah.
Never.
And it's so little time. You don't want to lose out on that time, right? And you never know. That's when you could find that motivated seller. That's when you could actually get one of the calls from your bank and they say, hey, this is a program that we just decided to do. It's 10% down now for investors.
Exactly.
There will be programs created for investors. There will be programs created for first-time home buyers where you can get into a house hack where you will likely never touch that deal, a deal like that ever again.
Yeah.
40 years, maybe 0% down for this sort of a window. You never know. And so you must do the work consistently every single day. So you know that when you can finally create that opportunity, you can then see, oh, wow, I can do I can do a 40-year mortgage. I can do a 0% down. It changes all your numbers. And it could be a deal that you'll never see returns like that again on another deal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So
yeah, this is again, back to the student who got the deal at 78 that was listed at 98. That deal came on and off the market. One of the things you do when you're in my courses, you build your spreadsheet. I strongly suggest everybody add dates. Like came on March 4th, came off March 18th. Oh my God, it came back April 3rd. All of this is data and information for you. You may not know why it came back, but you know it came back. It's a sign that seller had one escrow open that closed. They might be more motivated. Call the agent, figure out why. Did the buyer get laid off? There wasn't an inspection? Can you see the report? It's just never stop. I have gone through a couple of different 6-month gaps in my 21 years where I did nothing. I still looked every day.
that's right.
Because you just never know where the deal of the decade will come along. Never stop looking. It's like the market becomes like a heartbeat and you just feel it changing. That is what you're going for.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't written an offer in 6 weeks, but I still have watched my market every single day. I'm seeing some crazy pricing. I'm seeing some weird terms.
Yeah.
It's going to, I'm telling you, it's shifting. It's absolutely shifting. And I think that it's getting worse before it gets better.
Of course. Yeah.
Like it always does.
Yeah.
So
blow off. Yep.
You've got to continue to do the work on a daily basis. It is the absolute only and best way to ensure that when you go to look at that property and you've walked it and you're like, this fits, we need to move. Because somebody else will be ready like that. Somebody else will be ready like that. And they'll be able to write that deal. And you might not know and have conviction that this is the deal when they do, because they never stopped doing that work and they never took that break. So
yeah.
Mike, how can everybody find you, sir?
Go to your Google search bar, type in One Rental at a Time. You should find a YouTube channel, a website, books, and an Instagram page. So hopefully you can find me.
If you can't, you might need to take a YouTube university class.
Yeah, you might have spelled a word wrong.
It's not on the internet. So as I always like to say, we create great content for you. We spend a lot of time putting in that effort for you guys. Please like and subscribe, and make sure to check out Mike's live stream tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And it's about, like I said, usually over 100 people just asking questions. And so there's a lot to be learned there. Because there's a lot of beginning investors and some that are now getting more savvy. Mike, you've got a lot of people in there that have bought 3, 4, 5, 6 properties now.
Yeah, I would tell you probably 60% of my students now have more than one unit. That's pretty cool.
That is, it's very cool. Well, Mike, thanks so much for the time. Looking forward to segment number 3.
You got it.